Hello everyone, I'm Rec-V5,
And I'm Sandman99.
and welcome back to the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Special Edition with Winter Frost.
Yes, and in the last episode, we explored about half of the Soul Cairn here, and we found Valerica, who is trapped behind a force field. And so now we need to go around and kill the rest, or the other two keepers. I guess we already encountered and killed one of them.
Apparently.
And,
I guess.
Yeah. That was those tall
Oh, yeah.
skeleton things, kind of. Yeah.
Yep.
So now we need to kill the rest of them. And also, hopefully, be able to gather a few, kind of finding things puzzles, right?
Yep.
And let's see here. Oh yeah, I was going to sort my favorites a little bit more. Because you can, but I forgot to do that, so I guess I'm not doing it now.
Oh well.
Because there are, like, yeah, see this here? Like, you got, like, up to 8 little subgroups that you can sort your favorites into, but that would take a bit of time off camera to do, and I just didn't remember to do it before we started today, so...
Well, you'd definitely make your favorite scrolling list a lot shorter if you did that.
Yes, probably.
Where'd you come from?
Well, you sure do chew through them pretty good with Valdir's lucky dagger there.
That is the power of the elemental fury shout. Right?
Yep.
Oh, we found another page of St. Jude's Opus. And some more miscellaneous treasures. Yes, that is the power of the elemental fury shout. You can attack really, really fast for a few seconds.
Where'd you come from?
Okay.
Yeah, archery's not really going to work out here. See, sometimes you just need pointy end in the bad guy, man.
Yep. Well, especially because oh, I just took an ice spike from something over there.
Probably one of these things. Yeah, the far one is throwing the ice spikes.
What is this? Like, this battle tends to spread out so far that we end up picking a fight with just about everything within a half a mile of here, right? Like,
To be fair, Serana is not exactly stealthy.
no, but she also tends to move around so much that she literally attracts attention.
She's a hazardous follower at that.
Yeah. Yeah, if it wasn't for the quest line, I would kick her ass to the curb, but... Because, like other Bethesda games, To tell you the truth, I prefer to work alone.
Yeah, pretty much.
Get out of this place?
Working alone is always the better way to go about it.
The sooner we get out of this place, the better.
And a lot of it has to do with incidents like this one, for example, where, you know, if you take a little more measured approach...
Where'd you come?
Oops. What the hell? Oh, I got the wrong... Damn it.
Well, that's okay. At least there were no arrows in you.
Yeah. There. But anyway, like I was saying, it is a lot easier to, you know, employ a little bit of stealth, and even if you can't get in there and kill the enemies outright before they see you, at least you can limit the scope of the battle to a manageable area, right? So that you don't end up having to fight everything all at the same time. And particularly Serana is bad for that kind of thing because as a spellcaster, she tends to want to run around and all over the place and, whoops. She tends to want to run around all over the place and try to outmaneuver her enemies, right?
And that's just not going to work.
Well, it doesn't work, for one thing, but another thing is that it tends to, you know, like really spread things out. Oh, we found the second of these Grim Reaper fragment things now. That's nothing. There's nothing else over here, so we'll get out of range here.
And not die.
And not die. Yeah. One of the drawbacks of this vampirism mod is that the little goodies that are growing there, those little wafery looking things, what the hell are
They
those
don't help
things
you
called?
either.
Soul husks.
Yep.
Yeah, they don't make you immune to the life drain of those things like they would if you were not a vampire. But anyway, like I said, I'm not really a huge fan of followers still, because they tend to do dumb things and spoil my strategies.
Who's there?
You go get 'em. Who are these guys? Oh, okay. Have you killed that guy yet?
Nope.
Why not? What's taking so long?
Oh, I think she did now.
No, she's just
Nope, she
standing there looking at him. Oh, there's another one. Just crawled out of the floor. Oh,
And another one.
yeah.
But you could probably loot him by looting his... Oh, no, his...
He went over the side. I'll have to...
Wait. No, look down. Right there.
Oh,
right there on the steps. Because his
okay.
weapon dropped there.
Yeah, okay. Oh, why did I grab that? I didn't need that.
You grabbed the orcish sword?
No, I grabbed the soul husk.
Oh.
Even though it won't do anything for me. Yeah, there's nothing up here anyway. So I guess we might as well head back down.
Yep.
And head back over this way, because I'd say that that floating thing over there, before I saw something shiny and got distracted, is probably where one of these guys is hanging around. Okay. Wasn't obviously that one. Oh, maybe this one. I would have to say that that's a yes.
Apparently.
Okay. Who are you fighting with? Oh, did this... Oh, okay, this guy summons things.
Two of three.
Yep. Yep, took... You can make pretty short work of almost anything with that shout, eh? Kind of underrated.
Well, especially, like, imagine if you had, like, a smithed up Daedric dagger or something.
Yeah, then you could really rack up the damage. Well, I have an arrow sticking in me, I guess, that I have to get rid of, because he managed to shoot me before I killed him. Okay, and that's it for this one. Oh, it looks like I need to recharge my bow, too. And I guess we'll head in this direction. Did I get confused and get turned around? I think I did. Yeah. This teleportation thing can be very confusing.
Indeed. But it can be difficult to remember what your last surroundings were before going through the teleporter, right?
Yeah.
And you have to reorient your direction and everything else. I sure as hell know navigation ain't my strong suit.
Yeah, mine either. There we go. We'll just make sure we have the right shout equipped again before we continue with this, because we're no doubt going to be attacked here again right away. Oh, look. So now I can conjure a mist man. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I must be pretty close to completing that.
Where'd you come
See, she didn't have enough room to run around all over the place this time, and it's a lot easier to kill those things when they aren't chasing her around everywhere, right?
Yeah, because they more or less stand still and lock on to melee combat.
Yeah. Okay, we went up in this little building already, because I went over here to have a look at those guys. So there you go, folks. The Elemental Fury shout. You know, like the Fusto Raw shout might have gotten a lot of attention, but the Elemental Fury shout should not be underestimated for its usefulness. Uh-oh.
Who's there? I knew I heard something.
Oh, okay.
Done and done.
Yep, that's pretty good. I can just carve through these guys just like nobody's business. Oh, this looks like an interesting feature over here.
Yeah, it's because you really rack up the DPS, right?
Yep. Yeah, the Valder's dagger there doesn't really do all that much damage, but...
When you're literally hitting twice as fast.
And of course that immediately triggers enemies.
Yeah, it almost doesn't matter if they block, because you could just hit them again and again and again anyways.
Yeah. So these guys don't really block very much anyway.
Who's there?
Oh, now somebody's shooting at me too.
Where'd you come from?
Oh, look at that. I can go back to High Hrothgar and learn some more shouts through meditation.
Well, what the hell, why not, right? Once you
Yeah.
get through here.
Let's kill those keeper things and get back to the prison.
Damn bleeding damage. Boy.
I can't believe we found my mother alive. Well, you know what I mean.
We'll get this queued up again here too. Just because it is so useful. So I'm following the same system that I did in the smaller half of this area, where I'm kind of trying to follow around the outside. You know, like follow the border around the outside kind of thing,
Yeah, yeah.
more or less.
That way you don't get lost.
Well, it also, it kind of helps me because I can see buildings like this one, which is not too far from the perimeter. Oh. Why am I not shouting? Come on, shout. Oh, well, draw the weapon. How come I'm not drawing the weapon?
Because you don't have the right weapon equipped?
There. It was just being difficult, I guess. See what I'm working toward. Oh, look. There's a magical iron greatsword. And he left a note. They warned me not to go through that portal. What did I have to be scared of? I've been adventuring for years and never seen nothing I couldn't wallop. But this place, ain't nothing living here. Just dead things up and about when they should be in the ground. I can hear their bones scratching at the rocks and knocking together when they walk. If I get home, I'll hang up my sword and never go out again.
Well, he never got home.
And he never got home. I think we need to set the tent up, though, because I'm starting to get pretty heavily loaded up here. So I'm going to need to unload some stuff.
Well, there's a flat spot over here that you could use.
Yeah. We'll just put everything into this magical sack that holds everything. So that was something that really made me laugh when I was playing Baldur's Gate 3. Because you know how sometimes we kind of have the running gag going on about, you know, with these female characters with their skimpy outfits and stuff, and where do they store all of this weapons and equipment and things, right?
Yeah, yep.
Well, it was pretty funny. It's not so much the skimpy outfit in Baldur's Gate. Well, I'm going the wrong way here in Baldur's Gate 3, but if you carry a shovel in your inventory every now and then, if you pass a perception check, you can see where you can dig for a buried treasure chest, right?
Yeah, yep.
But what happens is your character reaches back and pulls the shovel out of her back pocket. This 5-foot shovel like just appears as if she's as if your character is pulling it out of their back pocket, right?
God.
So there you go. See, that's proof positive that that's what happens. So in Dragon's Dogma, when you're wearing the silver chest plate and the lingerie, and you whip out the lantern, well, where did the lantern come from? Well, it was in the back pocket of
right.
It was in the back pocket of the thong, right?
Fuck.
Well, you know what? Because they can't all be wrong, right?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Anyway, that made me laugh, just because it was something. So it was just so funny the first time that I saw that.
It's one of those funny video game logic things.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we sure do have a lot of stuff. We really need to visit some place that has an enchanting table and an alchemy table, I think. See, I actually could build enchanting and alchemy facilities to carry around in the tent, but unfortunately you also have to carry those things around with you too, right?
Well, maybe if you ever get something to increase your carry weight a bit more.
Yeah.
Then it might be worth it.
Okay, well, that at least gets things back down to somewhat in control. Well, I sort of have an idea, but I don't really want to spend any perks on it right now. But if you go to pickpocket, well, each time that you spend a perk on this pickpocket mastery, you get a buff to your carry weight.
Looks like a pretty significant buff too. That's like 5 levels.
50 points is a pretty significant buff to your carry weight, yeah. So quite often, eventually, when I have the luxury of having extra perks to spend, I'll spend a couple of perks in the pickpocket, even if I'm not really a, pickpockety type, right?
Yep.
Glad you're here.
Just
Yeah,
so
well, that's a skill that's really underutilized.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, though, in this particular skill tree, there's actually useful perks that you can get too, right?
Yep.
Like not just having directly to do with just pickpocketing, but even stuff like this thing, Death's Emperor, where you have a cursed septum in your inventory, and if you reverse pickpocket into someone before you attack them, you do more damage to them because now they're cursed, right?
Yep.
Things like that. And the carry weight buff is a pretty nice one too. Okay, there's no point in going in here yet because I don't think I have all 3 of the Reaper's soul shards or whatever the hell they are. If I can remember what they were called now.
Did you... No, because they're a quest item. They wouldn't be able to be deposited in your tent.
I don't know. We'll just go one thing at a time here. I might have accidentally put them into the tent while I was chattering away here. Yeah, I'll bet I did. Anyway, you need all 3 of those. We'll just set the tent up here real briefly again. Sorry, folks. I think I might have accidentally deposited something that I didn't want to. Okay. So in alphabetical order, Reaper gem fragment, right? Yeah, I did put them in here by mistake. You gotta have
Kill those keeper things and get
3 of those in order to be able to unlock the main feature of that. It's actually one of the probably the most challenging battle in the Soul Cairn. Actually, even tougher than the 3 guardians that you have to kill, right?
Yep.
Okay, well, here is the first of my shopping list completed. Now I've gotten all 3 of the conjuration spells that you can learn here in the Soul Cairn. So I can conjure Bone Man, conjure Mist Man, or conjure Wrath Man, right? Oh, another one's now attacking. Come on, pick that up.
Who's there?
Nope.
I can't
do
lock
it.
onto that one.
It's because of that stupid bush. Oh,
Yeah.
you could get that one.
Can I
at
get
certain
that one?
angles, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's because of the stupid bush in the ground.
Yeah, the bush and... Oh,
Oh,
wait a minute.
there you go.
Just have to be in exactly the right place, I guess. Okay, now let's get back to business here. Oh, and now here's some more hostiles. Oh, look at that, hey. That one's using a wooden longbow. Wow. Oh, another one just popped out of the ground right at my feet.
Well, I guess the wooden longbow will still make you bleed all the same.
Yep. Okay, there's the next boss right there. I guess we're good on health. Actually, we should get our... There, we'll use this instead. Yeah. Alright, here we are.
Where'd you come?
You almost gotta let him come down from there first.
No, I got him. He's okay. We got him. Okay, so we got all 3 of those guys now. So we just have a couple more, well, really one more puzzle thing to solve, kind of, out here. 2 more. We need to find a 3rd Reaper's gem. And we need to find the last page or 2 of St. Jude's opus. Oh yeah, and I think there's also a Arvac too. We need to find Arvac's skull.
Is someone here?
Come here, you little...
I'm not gonna die like
Took a hell of a lot of effort to take him down.
Well, they run away, right? They're like typical spellcaster types. They,
Well, that works.
Yep. I'll just kill you dead with my little steel dagger. Okay. Oh, look at that. I got an arrow through the knee again.
No wonder you were bleeding so much.
Yeah. I'm surprised I didn't die.
You might have to give up your adventuring career after this, though.
Yeah.
the barrier should be gone now. Let's head back.
Yeah. Just don't be too impatient there, Serana. We'll go soon enough. Okay, nothing around this one. So this guy here, if you collect enough of those soul husks, you can spend them with him like money to buy magical items and stuff, right? Okay, so what do we got for St. Jude's Opus now? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're just missing one page. We're missing page 5, right?
The sooner we get out of this place, the better.
Not without first getting all the loot, though.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, we gotta loot every chest that we can find, and
Right, Serena's like, as soon as we get out of this place, the better. And then you're pushing your wheelbarrow behind her.
well, looks like that's all there is to this place. So we gotta continue on because we gotta find one more page. And I think we're back around to where we started now. I think we've been in here already. Yep. So we'll sort of cut through the middle of this area now, because there are a few features like this that we can come across. Wow, those guys are a long ways away. Yeah, I have to say I'm amazed at how effective that is with just a relatively minor weapon, like a lower tiered weapon, right?
Well, think about it though. You're basically doubling your attack rate, which effectively doubles your damage.
Yeah.
It's why weapons of speed in Diablo are so damn good, right? If you remember what that was like.
Yeah. And in Baldur's Gate 3, actually, potions of haste.
Yep.
Right?
Or even a spell of haste, if that's in that game.
Yep, it is. Okay. We'll make ourselves another...
Who's there?
That guy's got some kind of fancy bow.
Who's there?
Well, at least he's not shooting you with it.
Yeah. A Nordic scrimshaw bow.
Whatever a scrimshaw is.
I have no idea. I think it has something to do with bone carving or something.
Maybe.
Yeah. It's kind of hard for me to remember because it's not exactly a word that an ordinary person uses a great deal. But yeah, I think it's it has something to do with bone carving. You know, like animal bones and that kind of thing.
Well, you can definitely tell that you read a hell of a lot of books.
Well, back when I was young, there really wasn't a heck of a lot else to do. Because there were no video games to play and that kind of thing. So if you
wanted something fun to do, you read books.
well, especially in the wintertime, if it was like, because occasionally you'd get days where it was just too damn cold to go outside.
Especially up here.
And you know, I mean, even if you you know, play hockey when you're a kid or whatever, like that still only takes usually a couple of days a week. So you got to have some other things to do too, right? And reading books kind of was one of those things, because back then you didn't have like 175 channels on the cable either, right? In fact, I think where I lived, I was almost 20 years old before cable TV was even a thing in that area, right? I can remember very dimly, you know, like when I was young, like 12, 13 years old, and would go to visit my uncle who lived in, you know, like near the city here.
Yep.
When we lived in northern Alberta, quite a ways north. And they had cable TV, but cable TV consisted of like 8 channels, right?
Still, though, that's better than what you got. What would you get out there?
Just off air, we got CBC, and then actually I can remember when CFRN first started, because they were, you know, like a CTV affiliate based out of Edmonton, right? And I can remember when they first started, but they weren't around as long as I can, you know, like for as long as the CBC, which is the government-run.
Yeah, the government-run news channel.
Yeah, well,
Although it's not just news, it can be like other stuff, other shows on there.
yeah, but mostly though they're very focused on promoting Canadian content.
Yeah,
And-
well, that's kind of like a law here, right?
Yeah,
You
and
have
now,
to have a certain amount of Canadian
and I have
content.
to say that nowadays Canadian content a lot of times is actually not bad. It's, you know, like there are some pretty good shows that I've watched. You know, like things like a show called Dark Matter, which was a science fiction space opera type thing
Yeah, yeah.
that was really good. Ooh. And
But it's definitely a protectionist affair.
yeah, and other TV shows. I mean, I'm that had you know, if even some things that were co-produced with Canadian and American people involved, kind of thing. Okay, Black Soul Gem, Data Heart, blah, blah, blah. There's our third Reaper Gem fragment. But yeah, I mean, the promotion, I mean, every cable company or, you know, TV network or whatever that is based in Canada, by law, they have to
Host a certain amount of Canadian content.
host a certain percentage of Canadian content. Yeah.
As for American channels, they usually make up for it with the ads.
Yeah.
Although
Well,
we still get a lot of American ads too.
well, actually, what happens is, like, let's say today I was watching a little bit of football today, but what happens is that even if you're watching an American network station, you know, like I was having to look at Sunday Night Football, right?
Yep.
And you know, like, it's on an American network, but what happens is the Canadian, I guess, network that has purchased broadcasting rights, I suppose, or something like that. Well, basically, they cut in, and you don't see the American station at all, right? Like, you even get the advertisements that would be shown on TSN or CTV or whatever, right?
Well, except for when it's your annual Medicare enrollment period.
Actually, no, you don't see that on Canadian. Like,
But you see it on some. You see it on some. On some of the American channels that broadcast Canadian ads. Sometimes they run out of Canadian ads, or they fulfill their minimum requirement for Canadian ads, and so then we get like their Medicare enrollment period ads, and it's like, yeah, that's great, you know.
But anyway, I personally think that they are the Canadian television and movie industry actually has evolved to the point where it almost seems to me like they don't really need the help anymore. You know, like they don't necessarily produce things that I'm specifically interested in, but
they do produce things.
Their production values for, you know, TV shows and movies that they produce are every bit as good as American productions are, and that sort of thing. I think that you know, the ability to have computer-generated graphics has gone a long ways toward that kind of thing.
Yep.
Because it's made having good special effects much cheaper and easier to achieve, right? Oh, there, I think I finally found the last page of St. Jude's,
The barrier should be gone now.
whatchamacallit. So now I think I have all the pieces to solve all the puzzles, except for I have to actually find St. Jude. And then I also have to find Arvax, you know, like the guy that
Yep.
gets you to go and look for Arvak's skull. And I have no idea where he is either.
So you just have this great mental checklist.
Yeah, well, you know what? It's been a while since I've played in this thing, but I played through this enough, actually, because I really, really liked the original vanilla Dawnguard quest too, right? So I played through it quite a lot. So I sometimes miss things because I don't totally remember, but I can still remember most of it. I just can't quite remember where to find... The St. Jude is just hanging around in the middle of this big area somewhere, right? And I don't remember where I bumped into the guy looking for Arvak. So we'll have to wander around in here a little till we find them.
Well, I suppose that gives us time to talk about the most recent game of Madden 12 that we were playing.
Yes, that's right, folks. You can catch it on the channel tonight because I am actually in the process of uploading it as we speak.
Yep.
And I rather appropriately named this episode Taking a Dive.
Yeah, there was a lot of that in this game.
Who's there?
Quite literally. That was just about all I did.
Yeah, well, you ran the I formation big twin tight end halfback dive play 63 times in one game. Like
Yep.
the same play. In fact, that was pretty much the only offensive play that you ran. Except that I think on short yardage a couple of times you used a quarterback sneak. But
Yeah, on 4th and inches, basically.
But basically, you know, like you didn't throw a pass in the entire game,
And I ran the ball 65 times.
and you ran the ball 65 times, and only 2 of those 2 quarterback sneaks were the only 2 plays that you ran that were not actually the same halfback dive play.
Yeah, and I still scored like over 30 points doing that.
Yeah. Well, you scored 38 points, right? Like
With the halfback dive.
with the halfback dive. Yep. Oh, there's Arvac. Oh, he just faded away. We must be close. Right?
Close to where you need to be, maybe.
I don't know. Maybe.
These guys and their damn frost clouds.
Yep. I'm amazed that at the level of play that I'm at, that they're actually still able to hurt me.
Well,
gives
imagine
you-
how bad it would be if you weren't so frost resistant.
Yeah. Well, I've got over 100% frost resistance, right?
Let's head back.
Because between enchanted protective items plus natural resistances, because as a vampire you get 25% resistance to cold as well, right?
Yep.
And so I've got over 100 frost resistance. And the fact that they, you know, like that spellcastery thing still managed to hurt me a little bit just goes to show you just how powerful those attacks are. Come on, where are you? St. Jube, where are you hiding? I think we've been here before, too.
Are we going to end up having to pause here?
We might have to pause while I go and look for St. Jube, because this is a big area, and I could end up wandering around aimlessly for quite a while.
Yeah, especially because it seems like you killed most things out here now already, too.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll pause.
Should be gone now. Let's head back.
And we're back.
Yes, and we found St. Jube, and he's camping out here.
What do you want?
What are you doing?
How does anyone expect me to write my opus with all of these rude interruptions?
Opus?
What do I mean, indeed? If I hadn't lost all of the pages, I wouldn't be in this predicament, and we wouldn't be having this conversation.
Okay, let's just start at the beginning.
I suppose a moment or two of my time couldn't hurt. I am Jib. Some call me Saint Jib. Others call me Jib the Eradicator. Perhaps you've heard of me.
Nope, never heard of you.
I can't say that I'm surprised by your answer. Until I get my second volume published, no one will ever know my achievements.
You're talking about a book?
A book? I'd hardly call a 26-volume epic simply a book. Surely you've heard of the rise and fall of Saint Jib the Eradicator, hero of Morrowind and savior of the Dunmer.
Maybe a shorter title.
You should leave the writing to an expert. Stop making foolish suggestions.
Okay.
Simply terrible. I was in the midst of writing the second volume, and they just threw me into this prison. It's unfair.
Who threw you in here?
Mora and his minions. They didn't even give me a chance to explain who I was.
Oh, okay.
I assume so. It cast a spell at me from some kind of strange black crystal. Next thing I knew, I arrived here.
Your soul was trapped.
Wait. That means
You're dead.
no. All these wasted months. Has it been years? I don't even remember how much time has passed. No, my work will never see the light of day. My name will be forgotten.
Will be?
Already is.
Do you have a way out of here?
Yeah, well, you can't.
But my writings can. In order to write the second volume of my opus, I need the notes from my first volume. Otherwise, I need to do all of this from memory. When I was tossed in here, I felt myself falling, and I dropped the pages I had been holding. There were 10 of them in all. Find them for me, please. I beg you.
Okay. Here's all the pages.
Finally. I never thought I'd see these again. These pages meant the world to me. Thank you.
So now what?
Oh, volume 2 begins. What else?
Okay. See ya.
Wait a moment. Here, I want you to have these before you go. A pristine copy of my first volume. Only one in print, actually. And take this as well. Seeing as Saint Jib has ascended to pure spiritual form, I won't need it any longer.
Okay. Well, I guess we're going to remove all of the pages, and then I get
Lost soul.
a nice little magical doodad.
After we've finished
I miss my
doing all the pages here.
but I
Yeah.
can't say that I miss all my boys.
Locket of Saint Jib. Jib, I guess is how you say his name, right? The Locket of Saint Jib increases carrying capacity and stamina by 50 points each.
In case you needed to carry more shit.
Yeah, well, I don't think I'd want to do that because my best magical item is this triple enchantment item that I made from, you know, like gaining the last perk at the top of the enchantment tree.
Yep.
And it is the main defensive piece that I have that gives me the biggest chunk of fire, frost, and shock resistance. So, yeah, I don't think I'll be exchanging that for anything.
Let's head back.
So now, we just have to find Arvak.
If you can.
If we can. And I have no idea where he is either. I don't remember. Oh. All I know is there was like a ring of standing stones, kind of, with a bunch of enemies in it. But I can't remember where it was now. It was like one of those kinds of structures, like that thing there, maybe. Maybe. Yeah, this is it. Okay.
Well, there you go. You were right.
Yep. my shout just wore off. Got all of them?
You got them all. Problem solved.
I got them all. Now I guess we'll remove projectiles. We'll just queue this up again here real quick. Ooh.
I can't believe we found my mother alive.
Okay, well, I'm not going to run around and search for all of those guys. There, return Arvak's skull. I wonder if that's a thing that I can get a... Yes, I can. See? Returning Arvak's skull. I have to go this way. Oh, and there he is right there. Pretty close by.
Arvak! You saved him! His soul is free, I can feel it! He's such a loyal beast.
So now I can get the conjurable ghost horse, right?
He'll have
Yep.
to get around this wretched place. But I'm sure he'd be much happier someplace sunnier. Goodbye, hero. Take good care of Arvak for me. Such a good horse.
Okay. So I guess now all we have left to do is the Reaper's thingamajig here. Which is over this way somewhere.
Somewhere's this away.
Maybe we'll have to consult the map here. Okay, it's not really very close by. This area is
Huge.
so big that I can't even look at it all on the map, not even by scrolling. Right? But if we keep following the wall here, we'll come to it eventually. Because I think it was near the edge. Of this area. And I don't know that you get like a huge reward or anything for completing that part, but it's just a curiosity and it's a challenging boss fight kind of.
In the meantime, I guess we get to enjoy the sights.
Yep. Get to enjoy the, I think this is it here. Yeah.
Hey!
Here we go. So, we're going to do a quick save here before we go in here because this is a very challenging battle, and I think I'm going to have my lesser ward out. Handy for this one too. It's also really, really dark in here. And for some reason, you put these things on here, and then the shit hits the fan.
Ouch.
Yes, big time ouch. That's why the save before coming in and the using of the healing potions. Ow. Ooh. See that? He tosses
All kinds of things.
all kinds of things too, right?
Yep.
I think what we're going to do here is we're going to call up a little bit of help. Ooh. And fire hurts.
Well, you got a resist fire potion there, maybe.
Yeah, that might be a good idea, actually. Although I'm already at the max. I'm thinking that probably the damage is so great that I might be better off just using something a little more damaging. Like this.
Ooh.
Well, now my damage output is definitely up. Right?
Yeah, even though it's only single hit damage, it really matters here because he's so heavily armored, right?
Yep. See, these other guys now, I think we can probably handle them. Wow. Okay, maybe not.
Although you're bleeding like crazy
Yeah, that's true.
from all the arrows.
Bow shooting guys are still pretty bad. But we might be able to stay in this thing just by doing this too. Because I can drain them faster than they can bleed me to death, so. Is that it? Oh, there's still one more. Okay. Yeah, you can see how quickly my health is draining just from all of those arrow wounds, right?
Yep.
Now, that guy, if I can find his remains, I think carried some fairly decent, yeah, this is probably him here, right? It's just a decent random treasure, right? And of course, it's like I said before, a pretty challenging boss fight.
Yep.
I mean, I'm at level 43 right now, and I found it to be something that wasn't, it was doable, but I couldn't,
You had to suck back a bunch of potions.
yeah, I couldn't play around, and I ended up having to use a whole bunch of my resources, right?
Yep.
I'm glad you're here. I think I can be doing this alone.
Anyway, now we can go back to talk to Valerica. What were we doing for time, anyway?
We are at an hour and 5 minutes almost.
Okay, well, maybe we'll make our way back there, but we'll maybe call it an episode before we get into it, because the next little section, it takes quite some time to So I guess this will end up being a 3-episode segment here in the Soul Cairn.
Alrighty.
Just because if I want to try and continue this through to its logical conclusion, this will be pretty close to a 2-hour episode again, right? And while we can do that on occasion, it's generally better if we keep them a little shorter, I think.
Yeah, it keeps the file size down and things like that.
Yep.
Which means, hopefully, ideally, not only do we retain viewers, but also YouTube won't compress the shit out of our video as much. Even though we compress our videos, YouTube always recompresses them and kind of destroys the quality.
Yeah. Anyway, here we are. So I guess we'll stop here, and in the next episode, we will go up and complete the dialogue with Valerica and go in to get the Elder Scroll from her.
Sounds like a plan.
Anyway, until then,
I'm Rugby5.
and I am Sandman99.
Have a good one.